In a world powered by energy, there exists a narrow passage that controls the flow of global trade, a place so small, yet so powerful that any disruption here could shake the entire world economy. Welcome to the Strait of Hormuz, the most strategically important waterway on the planet. But what makes this narrow stretch of water so critical? And why has it become a center of global tension for decades? Let's explore. The Strait of Hormuz lies between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, acting as a gateway to the open ocean on one side, Iran on the other. Oman and the United Arab Emirates, stretching about 167 kilometers in length and narrowing to just 39 kilometers at its tightest point. This passage is both a geographical wonder and a strategic bottleneck. Despite its narrow width, it handles some of the largest oil tankers in the world, navigating through carefully controlled shipping lanes just a few kilometers wide. Every ship entering or leaving the Persian Gulf must pass through this route. But the real importance of the Strait of Hormuz lies beneath the surface, in what flows through it. Nearly 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas and about 25% of all seaborne oil passes through this single channel every year. That's millions of barrels of oil every single day. Countries like India, China, Japan, and South Korea depend heavily on this route for energy supplies. Even Europe relies on it to maintain its energy security. Without the Strait of Hormuz, global energy markets would struggle to survive. It is, quite literally, the heartbeat of the modern economy. The importance of this region is not new. For centuries, it has been a center of trade, power, and conflict. From ancient maritime routes to colonial ambitions, the strait has always attracted global attention. In the 16th century, the Portuguese established control over the region, followed by the influence of other European powers. Over time, control of the strait became a symbol of power and a tool of influence in global trade. In modern history, the Strait of Hormuz has witnessed multiple conflicts and near crises. During the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, the region saw the infamous tanker war, where oil shipments were targeted, threatening global supply. In 1988, tensions escalated further with direct military confrontations involving the United States. There have also been tragic incidents, including the downing of civilian aircraft and multiple naval collisions. In recent years, tensions have only increased. Ship seizures, military drills, and repeated threats to close the strait have kept the world on edge, especially during the 2026 Iran conflict, when fears of a complete shutdown became very real. At times, ships were warned not to pass, insurance costs skyrocketed, and global markets reacted instantly. The world was reminded just how fragile this critical route truly is. So what would happen if the Strait of Hormuz were too close? The impact would be immediate and severe. Oil prices would surge dramatically, possibly exceeding $100 per barrel. Countries dependent on imports, especially in Asia, would face shortages. Global inflation would rise, industries would slow down, and economies could enter recession. Even a temporary disruption could create long-lasting consequences. And while alternative pipelines exist, they simply cannot replace the massive volume that flows through this strait. In short, the world is heavily dependent on this narrow passage. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a trade route, it is a geopolitical chessboard. Control over this waterway means influence over global energy and economic stability. Iran, due to its geographic position, plays a crucial role. At times, it has used the threat of closure as a strategic tool, while global powers like the United States maintain a strong military presence to ensure free navigation. This delicate balance of power keeps the strait open, but always under tension. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow strip of water, with the power to influence the entire world, It is a symbol of connection, conflict, and control. As long as the world depends on oil and energy, this passage will remain one of the most important and most watched locations on Earth, because sometimes the smallest places hold the greatest power.